Hey guys, for today's video, I am finally doing my testing new makeup / first impressions from my last two hauls that I did. I was gonna actually film the Kaja Beauty. I wanted to do that today, but I was like, no, you're not doing that. You need to film your first impression so you can put this shit away. So that's what we're doing. So if you guys saw my last two hauls, I did a Sephora VIB sale haul, and then I also did an Ulta haul. Like, I've just been doing hauls, okay, because I've been buying a lot of makeup. If you guys did see my last two hauls, that's what I'm filming today. Everything that I mentioned in those videos, with the exception of a few things, because obviously I can't use all that stuff because that's like a lot of makeup. That's what we're going to be testing today. So if you guys want to see that, then just keep watching. I am going to be using this palette today. This is the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. Every time I say the word obsessions, I want to say it like Marlena from Makeup Geek. Do you guys watch her current obsessions? Every time I watch those videos, I always want to say it, the word obsessions like that. So that's what I'm going to play with today. So freaking pretty. I think I'll just swatch some of the shimmers for you guys so we can just see how they look. Really, really pretty. I always forget to bring face wipes in here while I'm filming, which I need to start. Ooh, that has like a duochrome kind of effect to it. Pretty, 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 pretty. Let me go ahead and just tell you this while I'm prepping my eye. I'm using Soft Ochre as per usual. I have the Desert Dusk, and I also have the Rose Gold. I'm just not a fan of her matte shadows. To me, they just don't blend that well. Like, they're just so hard to work with that I find myself never reaching for them. Like, I reach for things that are just easier for me to work with, even though I love the shimmers in the palette. Realistically, I'm not gonna go into 4 different palettes to do one eye look. It defeats the purpose of an eyeshadow palette, you know? So I never find myself reaching for her palettes, and when these first came out, I wanted to try these little minis. I talked myself out of buying them because I was like, I don't like her matte eyeshadow palettes. Why am I gonna spend more money on a palette I'm just not gonna use? Because I honestly never reach for those palettes. I got the Desert Dusk, I think is what it's called. I got that for my birthday last year. My sister got it for me. I've honestly used it like probably like 4 times. Sorry sis if you're watching this, and I know she's gonna watch this video because she watches all my videos because she's so loyal. I just don't use that palette because I just don't like the mattes. You know, I don't like them. I love the shimmers, I don't like the mattes. I saw somebody talk about these little mini obsession palettes in a video, and I cannot for the life of me remember who it was, but they said the same thing, that they weren't a fan of her bigger size palettes. They didn't like the mattes as well, but they like these. So I just went ahead and picked it up to try it. So we're gonna test it out, and I'm gonna try to use as many shades as possible. I'm for sure gonna start with this. I don't have anything like this in my collection. Do these have names? No, it doesn't look like they have names, but we're gonna start with this as the transition, and this is my E40. I'm really hoping that I love this because I love greens. I'm wearing a green shirt. I did not mean to do it. Okay, I'm not like that matchy-matchy, but let's just go ahead and blend this into the transition. They don't seem as dry as the mattes in her regular palettes. Like, this seems to be going on really nicely. Her other palettes, I feel like I have to blend and blend and blend and blend and blend, and I don't like that. I don't want to have to work so hard to make a shadow work, especially a $65 palette shadow. That's ridiculous. If I'm spending my phone bill on an eyeshadow palette, it shouldn't be that much work, you know? I do like that. And let's take another brush. I'm gonna take my E25. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's very unique, kind of like a turquoise shade. I literally did that so fast, and it's blending really, really nicely so far. Okay, I don't know if these are the same formula as her regular palettes. Just my initial first impression, this is definitely more blendable, more easier to work with than her original palettes. I will say that. This color is so beautiful. I'm just gonna be 100% honest, I was not expecting to like this palette. Like, if I'm just being blatantly honest, I wasn't. Okay, so the only other matte shade in the palette is this one, right here. It's kind of like this khaki color. I think I'll go ahead and do this on the outer V. So I'm gonna take this little brush from Luxie. It's stained. I cannot get that pink off, but that's okay. This is the Luxie 131, and I really like this to apply color on the outer corner. Oh man, I love this color. This brush is so easy to do the outer V because it's already angled. I feel like I just have to kind of like turn it to its side, lay the color down, and it like pretty much does all the work for you. What brush do I want to use? I think I'm gonna take this one. This is from Morphe. It's a G20. I really want to use this shade. I don't know if you guys can see in the swatch, but it kind of has a really pretty duochrome shift. I feel like I use colors like that all the time. So I'm gonna take this shade right here and I'm gonna put this on the center part of my lid. I will say if there's one thing Huda Beauty does right, it is shimmers. I've never seen shimmers like hers. If you haven't seen her original rose gold palette, oh yeah, that's really beautiful. Her original rose gold palette, those pressed shadows, the shimmer ones, they are so beautiful. I love those. I'm gonna take my little BH brush and just kind of run this through the crease and then just use that to diffuse the line from the shimmer to the matte on the outer V. This is a E57 firm shader. I'm dying to use this shade right here. I'm gonna go in with this one on the inner part of my lid. It's kind of like that chunkier, thicker, like intense formula versus just like the regular shimmers. That's really beautiful though. For some reason, this kind of reminds me of The Little Mermaid. I don't know why. I'm not like a Disney person either. I don't like watch Disney movies and stuff like that. I know like everybody in the world loves Disney. I'm probably the only one that doesn't. This for some reason is giving me Little Mermaid vibes. Like summertime, tropical, ocean type vibes. Wow, that's really pretty. I'm really happy with this so far. Okay, I even saved the packaging because if I didn't like this, I was totally gonna return it and get something else or exchange it for something else, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the packaging away because so far that's really great. I did use all the mattes in the palette. Yeah, I used all the mattes and they're all really great so far. They blended out way more beautifully than what I was expecting, and what the fuck? Maybe that's a ghost. Now I feel kind of ridiculous because I'm totally matching my shirt. But whatever, who cares, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and do my other eye, and I'll do my lashes off camera. Lashes to me are just kind of boring, but I do have 2 new pairs of lashes I want to try. Well, I'm not gonna try both of them obviously, but I have the House of Lashes Iconic. Never tried House of Lashes, and then I also have the Morphe lashes. I've actually never even heard anybody talk about the Morphe ones. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the Morphe ones today because you guys know I have a love-hate relationship with Morphe and their products, and I've heard like only good things about House of Lashes. So I'll save these for another day, and I wanna go ahead and test out the Morphe ones. I have these Style Romancing, and these were only 10 bucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye. I will apply those and then I'll come back and we'll do the face. Okay, lashes are really, really nice. I do like these a lot. Super easy to apply. They remind me so much of my Cocoa lashes in Venus, but a little fuller than those. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm just priming my face. I'm just using my Laura Mercier Radiance primer. I was gonna use the Estee Lauder foundation, but I thought I was gonna do a full dedicated review on this, and then I decided not to because honestly I thought nobody really cares. And so I just decided that I didn't want to do it anymore, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and use this in this video. This is the Catrice High Coverage Foundation. I have the shade 030 Sand Beige. I have been using this. I've been using it for about a week. I do like it. It's not quite as long lasting as Double Wear. I've used Double Wear in the past, and it's still pretty much just as good as what I remember. So I decided to go ahead and use this because I'm sure everybody and the mama knows about Double Wear. I do have to blot after probably about 5 hours, even if I use everything mattifying. But the coverage is really nice. It's probably like medium full if you build it up. Doesn't really get too cakey, and it lasts a pretty decent time. It leans a little like a Kiss Neutral. I wish it was a little more yellow, but nonetheless I still do like it. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. And I'm also gonna be using this sponge. This is from Sonia Kashuk. This was in that 4-piece set that I showed you guys. I found at Target on clearance. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I forgot to wet my sponge, so I'll be right back. With some foundations, I feel like you really have to go in and just do tiny sections or it dries down too fast. This you can actually put it over your entire face and blend it out. You have a lot of work time with it, and it's really nice. It's just like a nice, light, like really breathable foundation. It's not too heavy, it's not too cakey, and it has really nice coverage. I like it. I just wish they had more shades. Like, why do you not have that many shades? I just don't understand that. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal. I'm still using my same little combination I've been doing. It's Tarte Shape Tape in Light Medium Honey, and I'm almost done with this light sand. I feel like this light sand is so fucking disgusting. Like, look at how nasty that is. But you know what? This is a $30 concealer, and I'm gonna get out as much product as possible. I'm milking it, okay? I'm milking it. I'm also loving this brush lately. This is from Luxie as well. I got this in my BoxyCharm. This is the 111 brush, and I've been using this religiously to get in the inner corner, like where sometimes you can't get up in there with your sponge, you know what I mean? I've been loving this to just kind of get concealer in those kind of hard to reach places, especially if you do your eyes first like I do. That has really just come in handy for me. I'm just gonna tap out the creases, and then I'm gonna set with my Essence Banana Powder. I'm gonna be using this from Kat Von D. I believe this is discontinued, so I almost hate to use it, but I'm pretty good on backup, so I'm gonna just use it because this is my favorite. This is her Brightening Powder in Petal, and this is just the best under eye powder I've ever used, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I'm gonna take my Too Faced powder. This is the peach one, the mattifying one. I love this powder. My skin is just so dry right now. It's been unnaturally cold in Texas. It's never this cold. It's actually really nice. Like, it's been in the 60s, but at night it's like in the 40s, and my skin isn't used to it. So I'm just gonna take this, like, just where I get really oily, like I normally do in my T-zone, of course, and then with whatever's left over, I'll just press it on the rest of the face. I have two bronzers I want to test. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is the Brilliance bronzer, and I got Bronze Babe. I think this was for medium skin tones. And then I also have this palette from Becca Cosmetics. I've been dying to use this, and I've been saving it for this video. This is the, did I just say what this was? Be a Light, I think. This looks absolutely stunning, so I want to go ahead and play with this. Actually, I forgot I wanted to set my eyes with this because I think this was a setting powder. Okay, let me wipe away what I have on underneath my eyes because I want to see how that looks under the eyes. This was on sale for $29. They still have it on sale for $29 if you guys are interested. It's at Sephora. Let's put it down here. I feel like it looks really pretty and luminous, but I think this is more of like a finishing powder. Now if you're like my complexion or lighter, I probably wouldn't use this in your under eye area because I did that and now I feel like I'm not as bright as I like to normally look. See, that looks pretty, like around up here. I probably wouldn't use it under your eye. I'm gonna take this brush from Sonia Kashuk. This was in a collection I bought years ago that is no longer with us. I'm gonna do this side with the Becca bronzer, and then I'll do this side with the BH one so we can try both of them out. I think that is so beautiful. I just love how Becca's products make your skin look so freaking radiant. I love that. I'm gonna take this brush from Wet n Wild. This was from the, I think the Fire and Ice Dragon collection. I'm not 100% sure what that was called, but I told you guys I tried so long to find this brush and I just like came across it accidentally because every time I tried to buy it, it was sold out. So I'm gonna use this on this side with the BH bronzer. There's a little bit of orange in it. It's a little orangey. I thought the BH bronzer had shimmer in it, but I think it's kind of just like a top coating. I think once you get past that top layer, it's pretty much just like a matte bronzer. It's just maybe a little too dark. I might have to save this until summertime, but they do both look really pretty. This side looks a little more radiant, the Becca side. It did go on really nicely, applied really beautifully. I like the way it looks, but I think just right now, since I'm not tan anymore. It's probably gonna be best for me to use that until the summertime. This is the contour down here. This looks like it has a radiance to it, so I'm interested to see how this is to contour. Usually I like a matte powder to contour, but that's okay. We're trying new things, y'all, it's fine. So let's just go ahead and try to maybe just chisel a little bit. I don't know, what do you guys think? I kind of go back and forth on what I like in a contour. Sometimes I like something a little warmer, and sometimes I like something a little more ashy or cool tone. This is definitely more on the warmer side. I'm just gonna take it up on my temples to kind of connect everything, and I think this bronzer side is looking a little messy, so I'm actually just gonna take some powder and clean it up. I'm just gonna do it on, actually fuck it, I'll just do it on both sides. I wasn't just gonna do it on one, but like, why would I just do it on one side? That doesn't make sense, so. Just right there. I don't usually do this unless I'm trying to look like really special that night, which is never, because I have no reason to look good. Let's just go ahead and move on to blush. I do want to use the blush right here in the palette because I'm very interested in that. I also got this from Hourglass. I've never tried actually anything from Hourglass. I think I've just tried their primer. I've tried their stick foundation, but I've never tried any of like their Radiant powders, which I know it's what they're really well known for. So I got the shade Brilliant Nude. I've been wanting this forever, could never bring myself to buy it, and I decided to buy it that day. So I'll use this on one side and then I'll use this on the other side. They're two totally different colors, so yeah, I know I'm probably gonna look crazy, but I don't care. I'm actually gonna do the Hourglass blush first. It looks super light in the pan, but when you put it on the face, it actually just looks like perfection. You would think looking at it, because it has kind of like that champagne swirl in it, you really wouldn't get a lot of the like pinkish bronzy shade. It looks so beautiful. Like my face just looks really nice and healthy. I'm just gonna kind of wipe off what's left over on my hand, and I'm gonna take the blush. It's this one right here. This looks a little deeper than what I normally wear in the winter months. I'm sure I'll love this in the summer, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I'll just go in very, very light-handed. Pretty sure I went in too heavy-handed. That's not news because I always go in heavy-handed. But then here's the Hourglass side. This one definitely suits my skin tone right now, but still really pretty. I like it. I feel very radiant, very like luminous and glowy. Yeah, I definitely feel like a disco ball. Okay, let's move on to highlighters. So I have two highlighters and I'm gonna use both. I wanna try this one from Fenty. This is the Kilowatt highlighter in Hustler Baby. It looks just like this. Very, very pretty. Very kind of like iridescent almost, I wanna say. This has a little bit of like a peachy shift to it almost, so let's see how this looks. That's really pretty. I did not think I was really gonna like this just because of the way it kind of looked in the pan. I didn't think it was gonna be as intense as it's looking on my skin. That's really pretty. I like this. This is really, really nice. I'm so picky when it comes to like powders. I'm just picky in general, to be honest, but highlighters, I want a really smooth, kind of creamy, like blinding type of highlight, and for some reason, like to me, this just felt a little bit drier when I swatched it, and I was like, let's just try it. You're not gonna know until you try it. So yeah, glad I picked this up. Really, really beautiful. So for this side, I've been using this, I'm not even gonna lie. This is stunning, like stunning. This is the Diamond Bomb highlighter in How Many Carats? And I'm gonna show you guys a swatch. I know I showed you a swatch in my haul video, but I'm gonna show you in this one too. Sorry guys, there's people working outside. I'm sure you can hear the banging, but that is like, that's stunning. That's stunning, right? Can you guys do that another day? I've only tried it as a highlight topper, like over another highlight. So I'm gonna try it just on this side with no highlighter underneath it. I have not heard anybody talk about this highlight, and I don't know how. Like, what are people doing? To be honest, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera. It definitely doesn't look intense like this side does. Like this side, you can really see that there's a glow there. This is kind of just like glitter. I don't usually like highlights that are just straight glitter. Like I said, I like something that's really creamy and blinding. I think it looks very pretty, but I don't think it does it justice just on its own. I think this is like one of those extra things where it's like you just kind of want to kick it up a notch. you would add this on top. This kind of reminds me of the way that I would use the ColourPop loose highlighters. I don't like those highlighters on their own. I actually like them layered on top of other highlights because they have like little micro flecks of glitter, and I just think they do better layered on top of other things. So I'm just gonna go ahead and layer this on top of this, and I think you'll really be able to see how beautiful this looks layered on top of another highlight. That's how I've been wearing it, and every single time I've worn this highlight, somebody has asked me what I'm wearing. I'm really hoping the camera's doing it justice, but I think this just adds something so magical. Am I gonna take it there? I think I'm gonna take it there. This is pretty pricey. This is like 40 bucks. It's like $38, I think. Don't feel like you have to buy this. It's not a necessity. This is something, in my opinion, I think layers best with something else. If you have the money for it and you don't mind spending the money on it, then by all means go ahead and buy it because it's absolutely stunning, and I've been using it since I bought it. I do really like it, but I just want to preface and make sure that you guys know, like, don't feel like you have to go out and buy it just to wear it on its own, because I honestly think that it just looks better layered on top of something else. For my complexion and my skin tone, and probably lighter than me, maybe a little bit deeper, like medium to deeper skin tones, it might pop a little bit more, but I think on my complexion, it just doesn't sparkle enough for what I want. I'm gonna go ahead and just spritz because I have so many freaking powders on my face. For the lower lash line, I want to take this bright shade. I kind of want it to be really bright on the under eye. Why are you working outside? I'm just going to take it with my little Morphe E17. I'm also just going to take a little bit of that matte dark green down here in the corner. I'm just going to layer this right at the very base of the lash line. For the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this one. Oh my god, this looks so pretty. It's like a lime green. Let me show you guys a swatch of that. Really, really pretty. Oh my god, I so feel like Poison Ivy right now. For the brow bone highlight, I'm just gonna go in with the Kilowatt from Fenty. I feel really pretty. Usually when I do a makeup haul this big, I almost always end up returning something, at least one or two things, but I'm feeling it. Okay, let's test out these lippies. I just want to show you guys these. I have the Makeup Revolution. I picked up 2 of their lip toppers. Let's try Fortune because this is the lightest one. That's really, really pretty. Now I know this is not going to be everybody's thing because this is very silvery and very glittery, but try to imagine it without this eye. This is the shade Exquisite. You can see it, the silver isn't quite as intense. This is a little more natural looking, if you will. The formula of these is very nice. They're kind of thick, but they're not gross. And they do last a decently long time. I've had this one on for hours before and it hadn't budged. Ooh, the Fenty one smells so good. It smells like something from my childhood. Okay, so here is the Fenty one. Starburst? Is it Starburst? I don't know. That is really pretty. I can see why people like this. This makes your lips look so freaking juicy. Like, I feel like I just ate like a watermelon and I have watermelon juice dribbling down my lips. Did that even make sense? Probably not. I have other colors I want to show you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. I think I want to use this lip liner in Nutmeg. This is from NYX. I'm gonna take the Sephora lip cream now. Oh, this is really pretty too. It's kind of like a warm peach, very pretty. I do like it. And then I'm just gonna take the ColourPop lipstick. This is in the shade Appy. I'm gonna put this in the center. This is the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know, of course, what other videos you want to see, what else you want me to film, if you have requests, if you want me to do reviews on certain products, if you want me to do more looks, if you want me to do Christmas things, just let me know. So I am going to be doing the 12 days of Christmas. I'm going to do my best to vlog while my sisters are here. They're both younger than me, but the older of the two also has a YouTube channel, and she wants to vlog, and I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Like, I can't commit to the full, like, everyday vlogmas Christmas. Like, I just don't have time for that. But 12 days of Christmas, I'm like, that's totally doable. They'll be here in like 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see them, and we're just gonna start vlogging from the beginning, and I can't wait. I think it'll be fun. I've never vlogged before in my life. I can't wait for you guys to see like a little bit more of my personal life. Make sure you guys subscribe before you go. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. We don't want that to happen. You don't want to miss anything fun, crazy, and cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you give me a thumbs up before you leave. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! That was the most pathetic burp I've ever heard in my life. Did I bring my prime? What's happening? Why are you doing that, chair? Just stay this way. Por favor. Go away. Oh.